I'm Brennan, and today we'll be showing you guys how to change your oil. These are the tools and supplies needed to perform the oil change. First, you'll need a rag, an oil filter wrench, ratchet and socket, an oil filter, the oil, jack stands, the jack to lift the car up, an oil funnel, an oil pan, and a container to later discard the oil. So the second step to perform the oil change is you'll need your drip pan and then a ratchet, and then you will locate your oil pan next. And then the oil pan will be right here. The oil pan is usually always under your car. Actually, pan, you'll need to locate the bolt, which will be right under it, and you'll need your ratchet and your socket. In this case, this is a 16mm socket. Once you start loosening it, or once you could use your hand to loosen it, just a little bit more. You don't want to get the reason why you use your hand is because you don't want to get the oil on the bolts or your ratchet.
Sure you know what you're doing down there?
There we go. Yeah, and you don't want to lose the bolts in the dip pan with the oil. Whoa.
As you can see, it's starting to slowly drip. So this is a sign there's very little or no oil left in the oil pan. So this is when you want to put the nut back on. You want to hand tighten it as much as you can. And then you want to grab the ratchet.
Oh, and again, use your rag. Put any oil on your hand.
And you want to tighten it. You don't want to tighten it too tight or you'll crack the oil pan.
Should be good.
Okay, so the fourth step of the oil change is properly dispose of the old oil. Look at all that oil.
The next step on changing the oil on the car is you want to find the oil filter, which is usually located on the underside or on the side of the engine. So you want to take your oil wrench and grab it, and you want to firmly grasp it with the wrench and loosen it. When you're loosening it, you want to make sure you have a drip pan under you because oil will leak out.
I heard today that Ed Sheeran has slept on Jamie Foxx's couch for the past few weeks because they're making brand new music together. Ed Sheeran and Jamie Foxx.
Like that.
All right, Magic Man dropping brand new music for you. Marlon Rosette, this is when the beat drops out on Wild and Proud. Let's go.
Make sure you always have cardboard under you, just in case. This is an old oil filter that I just took off, and this is a new one. So you want to replace it with the one that is custom to your car, 100%. Which this one is custom for a 98 Mustang. A tip would be is to lubricate the ring so it does not crack or rip when you put it on. So you want to get out of the car and find the thread so you can put it back on. You want to do it hand tight first because if you use the oil wrench, you might puncture it and you're gonna have to buy a new one. So get it hand tight. And then once you get it hand tight, you want to take the wrench and go a quarter turn.
Now we're at the final steps.
And the oil filter is on
Get
now.
your oil cap. And then pour about 2 quarts in. Use the funnel. And then after the 2 quarts, you want to pull your dipstick and check to make sure that it's, or at least 3, and make sure that you can see it on the dipstick. That way you don't put way too much oil in there. After you put in a couple quarts of oil, you want to pull your dipstick to see if there's any oil on it at all. And in this case, there isn't any. So we're going to add a couple more quarts until it peaks and touches the dipstick.
Put it back in. And check where you stand.
It's
good.
It's a little more.
As you can see, it's more than halfway.
You want to let it
and you
sit for a
should be
minute,
good.
and then you're going to turn on the engine to cycle the oil.
Watching this tutorial on how to change your oil.